What is going on YouTube? Your boy Zane is back with another video tutorial of a free code cap section React challenge called use React to render nested components. Right, so it says that the last challenge showed a simple way to compose two components, but there are different ways you can compose components with React. Component composition is one of the React's powerful feature. When you work with React, it's important to start thinking about your user interface in terms of components like the app example in the last challenge. You break down your UI into its basic building blocks, and those pieces become the components. This helps to separate the code responsible for the UI from the code responsible for handling your application logic. It can greatly simplify the development and maintenance of complex projects. There are two functional components defined in the code. So essentially it's talking about this component called types of fruits and this component called fruits. Alright, these are two functional components. So it says that types of fruit component, and take the types of fruit component, which is this one here, and compose it or nest it with the fruits component. So essentially we need to nest this component into this component. Alright, and then it says then take the fruit component and nest it within the types of food component. Alright, the result should be a child component nested within a parent component, which is nested within a parent component of its own. Right. So essentially it's saying that we need to nest multiple components into each other, right, in order to render the HTML elements. Cool. So the first step, it says that take the type of fruit component, so this component, and we need to nest it within our fruits functional component. Okay, so over here I would say so that I will first of all I will create a self-closing tag and then add the functional component's name in there. Alright, this is the first part done. So essentially what fruits is showing now is all the say contents of type of fruits functional component, which is this one. So fruits shows all this content, okay, and then it says we need to take the fruits component and nest it within the types of food, alright, which in turn extends the React component. So essentially what I'm going to do is copy the fruits component here, fruits functional component, and then do a self tag over here, self closing tag. Alright, here we go, and paste the functional component over here. So now see how it shows the HTML page, but with all the with two functional components inside. So for example, example, this is our main component, all right, and this is our fruits component, and then this is our you can say the types of fruits components. So essentially, one component is taken in the other component, which in turn takes in the component before it to render this entire HTML. Alright, I really hope you guys understood it. Let's just see if it passed the challenge. Yes, it does. Crank it up to 11. Perfect, guys. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below, and I'll make sure I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Until the next video, have fun experimenting with this new function, the feature that you have learned about React, and I'll see you in the next video.